Hello, my friends. How you doing? Welcome to lesson 11. This time we're going to head back. We were talking about lists back in lesson number 9. And now we're going to take a look at that again. I told you we're going to kind of layer on information about the list because you can start to do some really robust things. And so this one, we're just going to take a look at the index in the sense of how do we actually call out a specific object within the list. And so when we look at this between Scratch and Python, indexing in Scratch, like many things we've discovered already, it's very easy. There's a block for it once we create a list. We'll show you here in a minute, but it's this item right here that you're looking at where we can call the item number of any item that's in the list, and it's going to display or move it or adjust it depending on what your code wants it to do. So there's an actual block that allows us to index the list. In Python, it's much of the same way. We can call out very specifically using brackets as we see here. We'll look at this code in just a minute. The actual object that we want to pull from the list. So when we so let's jump into this here. And what I want to do is start here in Scratch. And what I've done is I've made a copy of our previous program when we created a deck of cards and it randomly selected a card. This time we're not going to do the random. We're going to choose specifically a card that we want out of the deck just to show you how this index works. So when I press the space bar, what we're going to do is once we've created the list, and if you're not sure how to do that, go back and watch lesson number 9 to make that happen. We need to select or identify a certain item from the list here, just as we were showing in the slide here. This item one of the list. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the say command for this check mark. All right, and then I'm actually going to use a join because this one, remember, we have two lists that we want to pull from. So what I want to do is I want to pull from both of them. So we're going to apply this join command right here. And what we're going to do then is down here, all right, we can pull item. All right, now remember in Scratch, all right, in Scratch, remember the index starts with a value of 1. So we have 1 through 13 in this particular list here. So if I wanted to get, say, the Jack of Spades, all right, in this particular case, I would have to look here and I need under value, let's make this value. All right, I know I need 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is the jack. So I'm going to pull item 4 from the value. All right, and then I need to pull here. I said jack of clubs, didn't I? I can't remember what I said. Let's say jack of clubs. Okay, so then we're going to go here under suit and we're going to pull item number 3. So I'm going to click here. All right, and it should say, or my check mark should say, hopefully, jack of clubs. There it is, the jack of clubs. And so we can pull specifically from a list. And this could be animals, this could be colors, whatever it is you have in your list, as we talked about in lesson 9. This is how we could index from our actual list. And so I could change this here, say I wanted the 10 of hearts. All right, I can run this here. And let's get this going here. The 10 of hearts, right? So it's pulled item index number 13, which is 10, and then 1 of the hearts. So when we go to look at this in Python, all right, I pulled up our Python code from lesson number 9 where we randomly drew a card, the same thing. But remember in Python, it starts at 0. So before, remember we talked about in Scratch, the index values sorting of the index starts at 1 in Scratch. It's 0 in Python. So if I wanted the jack of clubs like we did before, okay, what I need to do is this is 0, 1, 2, 3. The jack is an index value of 3. So what I've done here is I made a variable card value and it's going to be equal to value, and then we're using brackets, and this is how we pull from that. And so I said the jack was the third index value, so I'm going to type in 3. And for the suit we wanted club. All right, oops, I didn't want to do that. We're doing Python here, right? So 0, 1, 2. So then I did the same thing. I created another variable called card suit is going to be equal to suit and then the index item number 2, 0, 1, 2. And then I just combine these, all right, card value, card suit, and we're going to print that. And so we should get a jack of clubs. Let's take a look here and see what it does here. All right, and there it is. We got the jack of clubs. All right, and if we want to do the same thing, the 10 of hearts, all right. So that one would be the same as before, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the value would be 12, and then the heart here is 0. So when I go to run this here, we should now have the 10 of hearts in this particular thing. Boom, there it is. So that's just an easy way to see the index of a list. And you can see here in Scratch, we'll come to these later, we can do a lot of things where we can replace and add and insert and do different things like that. But for now, you know how to make a list, you know how to randomly choose from a list, and now you can pull specifically an item, an object from a list as you need. All right, my friends, we're getting there. You're doing amazing. I hope you're finding these things helpful. Let me know questions, thoughts, ideas you have. If you're creating your own code, I would love to see it. Always curious to see how people are using the information that we share. And as always, my friends, remember, stay awesome.